Good afternoon, my friends, and thank you for joining me for another shave. Today's shave is brought to us by CBL's Fusion. This is also one of his non-tallow or vegetable-based soaps. Today we're using a Gray Dog brush in Badger. This is a chestnut handle. We scavenged from an old barn up here close by. And today we are continuing our look into the Rockwell Model T2. And I used it last shave, and you probably saw me just using it, and it gave it an astonishingly good shave. It really did a good job. But it got me to thinking, what makes it so good? Why do I like this razor? And I got a whole bunch of stuff to show you down here. But I'm gonna start shaving too, because I got way too much. This is, I think, 3 days of growth. It took a little extra time because I really got a great shave out of it last time. It took a little longer for the hairs to grow back. So let's lather up, because once I got lather on there, I can chat a little more. Because it's not going to dry out quite so fast. I have to go back and think, what is it that I like about my favorite razors? Well, first, I like barn door type of razors where you twist to open, or whatever it is you want to call it. I like to call them barn door razors. Bristle silo razors, I guess. Because there's no pieces to get lost. And as you know, this is the Rockwell, by the way. It just flips right open. And I'd mentioned that the design of the Model T is very like a Fat Boy, and this is my Aristocrat. And I find this to be pretty common on all at least the Gillette, because that's mostly what I collect. You'll see that where's the camera here? Okay. You see that the geometry is quite similar on all three of these. The radius of the top cap, and at number 6 here, or 3.5 of 6, the blade gap is quite similar. The Model T is significantly heavier, and maybe if I have anything to dump on it, you see it's absolutely, well, this is probably not, well, yeah, it is. It's a little better than 1/4 of an inch wider, so you have a pretty significant gap between the blade and the and edge there, which can cause trouble if you're working in close under your nose or something. I don't have to shave under my nose right now because I have a mustache, but if you're doing a horizontal slide, you have a little trouble getting up close to your snoozle. It's wonderfully smooth, and so are the Gillettes. They're pretty good. And at 3.5, it's virtually just squeegeeing off the lather, just squeegeeing it. And even with 4 shaves on it, this blade is plenty good. Now I'm going to turn it down from here to a number 1, in this little piece of real estate I got going here. And see what 1 feels like. And I'll look at it too. It's removing the hair, but not as well as I like it to. I mean, it's missing a little bit. I think I need it to be a little bit. I'll see if I can find just like the bare minimum. Good thing about this soap is that you can just kind of put a little water on it and it'll liven it right back up, so you can do it a little bit more. But it starts getting good for me a little at 2. 1 is a little bit too mild. And then let's try wide open down here on my neck. And there I got a lot of blade feel. And just savage that part. But I don't think I'd want to use that all the time either. I'm going to rinse it off here. So 1 took a little bit, not quite enough, or didn't feel like good for me. 6 is a little bit too rough, but it did take off a lot of whisker. So I like it kind of in the middle. So for me, 3.5 is about where I'm going to like it. Another, I'm lathering up here. Another thing I like about my razors, other classes, like I got the barn door razors, what I liked about them, and it has the head design that I like, and the radius, the blade gap is pretty good. Heft is pretty good. I thought, what other razors do I like that are only single in this family of blades? Because I like straights a lot too. Well, I like my tech razors. I didn't mention though, I do have this is just a flare tip, and you see the geometry is quite similar to that also. This is an older razor, so, but the geometry is quite similar, and the blade gaps. So we have that, but the tech razors, I like them real well, and I get good shaves from them. The radius on these is significantly more. In other words, this one's got a lot more roundness than the techs do. So that's not necessarily what makes what I like about it, but I do like techs a lot. And this is the Razor Rock Game Changer. I like the handle on that, and that's what Big Bell's here. It's got a fat handle. This is a little bit longer, and it gives it a little more heft. This is a stainless steel razor, and this is a mixture, and the weight is about the same, so I like the heft of them both. So that has something to do with it. And then one of my go-to razors is doggone it, forgotten what this is. Well, got a long handle though. This is as close to I get shaves comparable to a straight razor shave with these. This is the Vector, Blackland Vector razor. And so if you put all these things together, the factors of the stuff I like, and just take the width of the head kind of out of the question, because I've got another razor somewhere that the blade is a lot more narrow than the where is it? I call it Bullwinkle. This fella, also a single edge, but you see where the blade ends here, and then you got this big ear hanging off the side, and I get beautiful shaves from this, but it does kind of cause trouble if I were shaving under my nose or someplace tight. Let's go back to the subject at hand. So this is a combination of a lot of the stuff that I like about my razors I like. A little bit of the razors that I don't necessarily care much about. And puts them all together in a shiny, pretty package. And it does look pretty. This is the black chrome. The camera doesn't do it justice. This thing is a simply beautiful razor. And you saw how much whiskers I had to start with. Easily 3 days growth. And I'm going to be able to call it at two strikes, or 2 passes. Be a pretty good shave. It's really hot here today. Hot, humid, and terrible outside. So I don't want to do a whole lot of messing with my face. Go outside and sweat on it, and then it'll cause all kinds of ickiness. This would have been a better day to do a cold water shave, but I didn't think about that until just now. Summertime I do a lot of shaves with cold water. And let's see how we scored with this thing, having messed with the blade settings and all. And a little tingle right here where I kind of was messing with the razor wide open. Did I expect that? Dang it. Dropped the box. Let's rinse the alum off with cool water. And then we'll get on to our finishing up. Kind of tighten the pores up a little bit. Now it did come in a beautiful, huge box, which is going to go on a shelf and probably not be seen again for a long time. This is going to go in my locker. We'll finish up with a little Thayer's lemon. Let that cool down or dry off a little bit. And we use some of CBL's Barba Aftershave Tonic. And this doesn't take much, just a couple drops. Maybe 3. And this is enough to put enough oils in here that the soap might have taken away. And it's got witch hazel in it also, which helps healing for little micro abrasions and stuff that happen while you're shaving. And that's it for my shave today. Now I may set this a little bit because it is cold out or hot outside. I'm going to go ahead and dust myself off a little bit with talc. I'm using a Pinard Clubman still. I think no, I'm sorry. I'm using Penhaligon's English Fern talc. My wife unit not real happy with me using a lot of talc because it gets all over everything, and she has to clean it up because this is her bathroom. So to summarize, we used today CBL's Fusion Barba, the soap and the aftershave. We used my Grey Dog chestnut handle with the Badger brush, and we shaved again today with the Rockwell Model T2, which I think is gonna be a fixture in my rotation for quite a while. Like I said, it combines a lot of the stuff that I like about other razors in one package, and then it has a little bit longer handle. That's kind of cool. I think it could also be used for, like, women could probably use this at a milder setting for legs and underarms and whatnot, with the longer handle being a help for that. That's all we have for today. I'm Mage Rich, and you'll find me at the shavingcadre.com. You'll also find me on YouTube, and if you're looking at me there, feel free to like and subscribe. Hit the bell even so you can see when I do upload more shaves. It helps me a little bit. I'm not trying to monetize or anything, but I'm just kind of spreading the goodness of how good a single edge or double edge razor can be. Thank you for coming, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.